Hi everybody, Happy New Year, I'm back. Welcome to anybody who's new here. My name's Sam, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your patience for bearing with me in the last couple of weeks while I've been offline. I'm just making a video today as a quick review of my Make 9 plans and a little bit of an explanation as to where I've been. So what have I been up to? Well, not a great deal really. As the world sort of got back to normal, I've managed to see a bit more of my friends and family and just catching up with that sort of thing. Nothing tragic, nothing drastic at all. I'm absolutely fine, and thank you so much to everybody who's reached out to me and asked if I'm okay. I'm absolutely fine. I've just been enjoying a little bit of time with my granddaughter, who, can you believe, turns 1 this week. I can't believe it's been a year. And yeah, just spending some time with her and my friends and family. So yeah, I'm chief cook and bottle washer in this house, as well as a laundry maid and everything else. A video can take many hours to just sort of research and edit and what have you, and there's only 24 hours in a day. I am but one woman, as I've said before. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit more balance into my life, which I'll touch on in my 2022 plans video, I think. My word of the year is sustainable, and I think that sort of fits into what I'm trying to do at the moment. And thank you so much to everyone who's reached out to me, and thank you for understanding. I'm back now. I've got lots of videos. I've got 4 videos planned for the rest of the 100 Days of Sewing series, but today I'm just going to touch on the plans that I made for my Make 9 2021 and see how we got on there. So since I haven't done a makes video for quite a while, I think it was May last time I did a makes video, I'll do a 2022 review video with my top 10 makes, but I'll do that as a separate video. Just try and keep these videos a little bit shorter and a little bit easier to edit. So let's have a look at what my 2021 plans were. So I'm going to insert some visuals here so that you can see what my actual plans were, and I'll go through them and tell you what I've made and what I haven't made and whether I think it's a success or not. So here's a grid which I optimistically planned at the beginning of 2021, and it was all around patterns that I already owned and fabric that I already had in my stash. I wanted to work through some of my existing fabric before buying new fabric. Not saying I didn't buy new fabric, but that was my aim, is to, on these Make 9 plans, was to get through some of the fabrics that have been languishing there for a while. So my very first top left of the grid is the Fennel coat by Mood Society. Wanted to sew this one up because I'd featured Mood quite a few times in a lot of my Frugal Friday videos, because I do an awful lot of free patterns, but I'd never ever sewn with a Mood pattern before. Obviously wanted the coat as well. Bought the fabric around about December, I think, 2020, and so I already had the fabric in stock. And the Make 9 next to it is for the dog coat from Closet Core Patterns. So what I had left from the Fennel coat, I wanted to make my little sewing pal Rogue a little dog coat out of what was left. So both of these did get made. However, the little coat for Rogue was made from some remnants from another coat that I made, because although I was quite confident that I'd have a lot of leftovers from the Fennel coat, they were really awkward shapes, so I didn't have enough fabric left over from that without having to piece it together. And I think for a dog coat it needs to be quite robust. So yeah, both of those got made. The Fennel coat has been an absolute hit. It's been a fantastic coat. It is quite big, but that's okay in a coat. I didn't want it to be fitted. I used some existing ribbon fabric that I already had for the collar and the cuffs. So yeah, the Fennel coat's been an absolute workhorse, and what's good about it is because it's so long, you can just put it over whatever you're wearing, you know what I mean? You can just nip out to the shops in your scruffs and it covers up a multitude of things. So that has been a real hit. The dog coat for Rogue didn't get made until his Christmas present, so he's only worn it a couple of times. It's not actually been that cold this winter so far. But yeah, for a Springer Spaniel, I wasn't confident that a Springer Spaniel was going to keep that dog coat on for very long. It is a really good fitting dog coat. I did put an extra dart in round the back end just to make it a little bit more fitted. It seemed to stick out a little bit. So despite the look on his face, it does seem to like it. It doesn't run away when I try and put it on anyway. I do give him a treat, but it doesn't sort of hide in a corner. And yeah, if you're familiar with the breed, they're always sort of in and out of the shrubbery and stuff like that. He keeps it on, it doesn't come off, it doesn't fall off. I've had dog coats before for other dogs, and yeah, they never stay on, but this stays on and is quite happy to keep it on. I lined it with some fleece with black Labradors on. That's probably why it looks a bit miserable, a bit miffed. And then I had an old wool blanket that I interlined it with, so it's lovely and cosy and warm, and it's Paris bound all the way around. So both of them easy enough patterns to follow. Both of the instructions are in the form of a blog post, and both of them are free patterns. So yeah, I would say both of those are hits, and 2 of my Make 9 made. So top right of the Make 9 grid are the PJ shorts and top from assembly line patterns. And the plan to make those was with an upcycle from a skirt and a top that a friend had given me, and it was too big and it wasn't my style, so I was going to unpick it all. Got as far as unpicking the skirt, and I had plenty of fabric to do it, but I didn't get round to making those, and the reason for that is I did a pattern test for winter wear designs for some pyjamas. I made 2 pairs in this pattern test, so I didn't really need another pair of PJs. So that fabric is still languishing in my stash. It will get used for something because it is really, really pretty fabric. And I did, you know, like I said, I did unpick it all, and it's still there waiting to become something else. So I was just need to find something else to make with that fabric, and it might still become some PJ shorts because I am going away hopefully this year. I didn't get away last year, so we will hopefully get some PJ shorts made out of that for this year's holiday. So the middle of the grid is on the left hand side is the Greco tee, and that is by Ensemble Patterns, and that one is one that I made. This was actually the first of my Make 9 that got made at the end of January, bizarrely. Not really t-shirt weather, but never mind. The fabric was stash fabric that I paid about £1.80 for from Fabworks, from their remnant bin, and it's just this really bold blue and white stripes. Absolutely love this t-shirt. It's got 3 sleeve options, and I think it's got 2 or 3 hem options as well. I went for the cuffed sleeves and the high-low hem, and it's just an oversized t-shirt. It's great. The plans that I've got for the holiday makes that I'm going to make this year, this t-shirt will slot right in. I didn't wear it an awful lot this year. I'm not sure why, maybe because I made it in January and it was out of season and then I forgot about it, but it will definitely get worn with this. So I did keep I've got a little spreadsheet of how many times I've worn everything, and although I've done it retrospectively, I've sort of got a fair idea of how much I've worn things. And I will talk about that in my 2022 review. So in the middle was going to be a baby blanket, which was going to be made for my niece. My niece requested a baby blanket made from a memory blanket, I think they call it, a quilted memory blanket made from baby clothes. She wanted it making for one of her godchildren. I don't know whether I put her off or whether she talked herself out of it, but that never got made. She never gave me the fabric to make it with. She did move house in the middle of the year, so maybe it just got put as on the sidelines. But it's a shame really, because I was really looking forward to having a go at actually upcycling baby clothes, because I wanted to make one then for my granddaughter Alice. In retrospect, I think it's a shame to actually cut up baby clothes because they don't really get worn that much, and it's much better to pass them down. So in retrospect, probably a good thing, but I was looking forward to experimenting with that and showing the process on the channel. So I might still do something like that in future. Maybe Alice might have some clothes that wants upcycling, some things that can't be reworn. So watch this space on that one, but it's not being made for that particular reason. And then middle right was going to be either the Shamballa Guadalupe bag or the Simply Classic DB bag. That didn't get made either. I don't know why I didn't make that. I did make a pattern, a So Sweetness pattern, the Oriole bag. That was a free pattern, and I made that out of some Cork fabric that Minerva Fabrics gave me. So I had fun making a bag. It wasn't the sort of style that I was going to make, but I did make a bag, and I did have fun using Cork fabric. It was my first time using Cork fabric. I think I only ordered a metre, and a metre goes a long way with bag making, so I've got lots of that left. Made a lot of accessories with it as well. I made a little glasses case and a wallet and a little pouch. The bag is actually fully lined, and I lined it with some batik that I'd had given, and I think the lining just gives it a little bit more structure. The items that I made that weren't lined, these were free patterns from Sweetness as well, they seem a little bit flimsy. I think there must be different thicknesses of cork that you can use, and I do feel that needed just a little bit more structure that I used. So the bag, I've not actually used that often, I don't reach for it, and I think it's probably because the Guadalupe and the Simply Classic ones were bigger bags, more practical for my everyday needs. Smaller bags are more for, going out or whatever, and I don't tend to always take a bag with me when I'm going out. So it was more of an experimental or a process make was that. So I'm counting that as a semi-win. I made a bag. So down at the bottom then you've got the Bardon dress, and that is an LB Textiles pattern. That's the designer, and it's available free from the Peppermint magazine website. And I did make this. I really enjoyed making it, and I think I used this pattern as a tutorial for making the gathers, which has been a really, really popular video. And I think I used it for the bias binding one as well, which has been quite popular. Lovely dress is this, really easy to wear, quite loose fitting, a couple of tiers in it. Not a fitted dress, just an easy breezy throw over your head kind of easy to wear dress. The fabric I had in my stash, I'd bought that round about the same time as I bought the fabric from the Fennel coat from my local market. But it is a fairly popular design, is this one. It's just a viscose that I've seen on many different websites, but I picked it up from my local market. And this one will, although it didn't get worn a great deal of times, again, didn't go on holiday, and it was the plans were to make it for my holidays, but I am hopefully going on holiday this year, so it will come with me. But I did wear it once or twice. So the middle one at the bottom is the holly dress from Fibre Mood. Now I think when I was saying my plans I said it was a Carol dress, but it's called the holly dress, is the one that's in the grid, and I didn't make this. The fabric that I got for it is a polyester crepe fabric. I'm not a big fan of polyester crepe anymore. Whether I'll get round to making anything with this fabric or not, I'm not sure. Certainly won't be making this pattern. I've just completely gone off the idea. Don't really know why I thought I would wear it. It's not my style at all. It's too high in the neck. I don't think I'd ever feel myself in that. I wanted particularly to use a Fibre Mood pattern because they were bringing out quite a lot of free patterns during 2020, and I featured them quite a lot on my channel, and I'd never made a Fibre Mood pattern. So they do have the Susan dress, I think it is, which is a long line shirt dress, which I might make, or I've actually bought, no, I got it free, the Norma Blouse. So at some point this year, a Fibre Mood pattern will be made up, but not in that fabric. It will be something else, I think. And that fabric might get passed on, I don't know. I might find something else for it, maybe a skirt, but I don't think I want it close to my upper body. I don't wear that sort of thing anymore. But I think that is one of the problems with buying fabric when you don't have firm plans for it, and I think that's something that I'm going to touch upon in my 2022 plans videos. So last but not least is more fabric that I bought that I didn't have firm plans for it, but I had a vague idea, and that is some fabric that I bought from the fabric shop that I work in now, which is Fabricate at Murfield. But I bought it before I actually started working there, and it's just a lovely navy blue and pink with dots on single jersey. And my original plans for that was to hack the Vera pattern. If you remember any of my videos sort of earlier on in 2021, you'll know that I hacked the Vera pattern quite a few times, and my plans were to raise the neck and use a sleeve pattern for it, and perhaps extend it a little bit like the Tilly and the Buttons Billy dress. I was aiming to sort of hack it to something a bit like that. But the fabric, with it being a single jersey, I think it might be a little bit too clingy for me to wear that as a dress. So I'm going to definitely transfer that fabric over to my 2022 plans, but I don't think it's going to be the Vera hack that I'd originally envisioned. It might be a hack of some sort, but not that. So that's it, 4 makes out of the 9, 5 if you include the bag, I suppose. I'll take 4.5, 50%, whatever. But yeah, I mean, make 9 plans, it's just a guide, it's just something to give you focus on, something to, lots of people do them in different ways. I've seen somebody on Instagram this week who's done a Friends themed one, all the patterns are named after to characters in Friends. You know, it is fun planning. I enjoy planning and getting all my fabrics out and looking at the patterns that I've got. I'm not particularly very good at sort of incorporating them into what I've already got in my wardrobe, so there's going to be more of a focus on that this year, I think. But as I said last year, I think plans are better with deadlines attached, and I think most deadlines just went by the wayside last year. So this year I think I'm going to actually sort of say I'm going to make X, Y and Z for this particular reason, holidays being one of them, and just sort of do it that way, give myself some deadlines. So I will be making another video for my plans, but I will be making another video of my top 10 makes of 2021. So once again, thank you to everyone who subscribed this year. I was just under 2,000 subscribers at the beginning of 2021. I'm just under 8,000 at the moment, and I know numbers don't matter, but it means the world to me that people like to watch my videos and are interested. So I've got more videos coming, as I said earlier. I've got the rest of my 100 days of sewing videos to complete, but I've got lots of plans beyond that. It's just finding time and getting that balance right. So yeah, I'm truly grateful for everyone who's stuck with me through these lean couple of months. The last end of 2021 has been a bit lean on the videos, and to everyone who's contributed also to my Ko-fi account, very, very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will definitely be more consistent with my videos, but I don't think we will be doing 3 a week anymore. I think 1 a week is what I'm aiming for. If we get more, then that's fantastic. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you hit the notification bell, that'll tell you when I've got new videos out. As the next couple of weeks move on, I'll try and sort of move into something like a regular date, hopefully a bit more consistent with the videos, at least once a week. I'll still be doing the Frugal Friday videos, maybe not every week, but we'll still be having those. And if you keep your eye out, we will be having a variation of the Frugal Frocks challenge this year again as well. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell, and that'll tell you when I've got new videos out. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I shall speak to you later. Bye.